before. That was interesting. I like that. Hi guys, how's everybody doing? There are a lot more of you here than what I can actually see. There's like 2 rows of people here and then just the black abyss. Before I get started, I'd just like to address the elephant in the room. In case these hips, these shoulders, and this voice are leaving any room for doubt, I am trans. That's actually really fucking cool. You don't understand how good that feels, because there was a time not that long ago where coming out to anybody was the most terrifying thing I could think of. And so when I decided I was going to do this, I thought it was really important to come out to the audience. Not as an admission, but like as a declaration, you know? Like, own that shit.
Woo!
But now that I'm up here, I'm wondering, like, what was the point of that? Like, was that redundant, right? For the same reason that I usually don't tell people that I own 3 cats. Like, they can usually just kind of tell. Being trans gives you a bit of a different perspective on things, namely gender and the way the world treats it. A little while ago, a friend made a gender reveal Facebook post for her baby. We're so excited, we're having a girl! And there are all these congratulations messages, and I'm just sitting there being an asshole, debating whether or not to slide into all the comments, like, well... Being trans really is a mixed bag of experiences. On one hand, I'm living my life on my own terms for the first time ever. I have the support of my friends and family, and I'm slowly growing comfortable in my own skin. On the other hand, governments are trying to regulate us out of existence, trans murder rates have reached epidemic levels, and I can't find heels in a size 14. And that's not even to mention, like, everyday transphobia. And I haven't quite figured out what I'm supposed to do about this yet, like on a personal level. Like, I don't know how you combat transphobia in a world where a dog's gender is treated with more respect than mine. And I know there's probably people in the audience like, I don't know if it's that bad, is it? And it is? Like, think about the last time you met a stranger's dog. What did that interaction look like? It probably looked something like, oh, who's a good boy? She's a girl, actually. Oh, shit, sorry. Who's a good girl? And that's it. I can't get that level of civility at a fucking Tim Hortons. But I'm trying to focus on the things that I can control. And one of those things is my voice. Now, estrogen will do a lot of things to your body. It will reduce your muscle mass, it will promote breast development, and it will make your skin softer. But contrary to popular belief, it doesn't change your voice. That you have to train. And I'm not super happy with where mine is quite yet. I feel like I sound like, you remember when you were in high school and you used to skip, and the principal would call to check up on you, but your mom's at work, so you pick up the phone like, yes, this is an adult woman, please ask no further questions. Like, that's where I'm at with my voice, but also just kind of holistically. I mentioned estrogen reduces muscle mass, which is essentially my doctor's overpriced education way of telling me that I'm slowly getting weaker. And I'm learning this in exciting new ways every day. Like, I recently lost the title of House Jar Opener. Which is not something I thought I would miss, but I thought to write it into this set, so I think me and my therapist have some things to talk about tomorrow. You know, before recently, it would not be an uncommon occurrence to hear my girlfriend call my name from the kitchen, and I would slide into the kitchen, effortlessly twist that lid off, and then disappear like a pickled Batman. But life's not that simple anymore. I'm slowly getting weaker, and it's getting harder and harder, and until recently, like, I just straight up can't do it anymore. But at a certain point, this became a matter of pride for me somehow. And so, like, I assured my girlfriend, I was like, no, we will eat pickled beets again, don't worry. I got this. And so I had to get creative, and ultimately the solution I came up with may or may not be related to my recent discovery that Dollarama sells hammers. And I mean, I could counter the effects of estrogen by like working out, but right now I'm eating Oreos for breakfast, trying to make the fat go to my hips. So I mean, I think this is just life now. That's not the only thing that's changed. Like that, everything is changing. That is like small potatoes in comparison. Like my relationship with all my guy friends has changed a lot recently. Like they recently started doing this adorable thing where they don't listen to the words that come out of my mouth. And it's been a long time since we've had an eye-to-eye conversation, which is not to say that we don't hang out. We do. It's just that they're staring at my tits now. And I know, like, deep down, like, I should stand up for myself, right, ladies? Like, I'll listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth, like, don't objectify me. But honestly, it just feels nice to know they think of me as a woman. But there are definitely things about being trans that are hard to come up with jokes for, that are just ultimately really uncomfortable. I was recently out with a friend, and over the course of our evening, you know, we were on the subway, and some random guy called me a tranny. And when we were at a restaurant, our waiter called me sir. And on the way home, I kid you not, a drunk guy saying Aerosmith's Dude Looks Like a Lady at me. And like, I don't know how to properly explain just how cutting that is. You know, to spend 30 years of your life denying who you are, only to finally have the courage to own your existence, and then to just be out in the world and have people just look right through you.
Shame on them!
Fuck them!
My friend looked at me and he was like, Ashley, I don't know how you do this every day. I don't think I could walk a mile in your shoes. How is it that you're not just punching people all the time? And I looked at my friend, well-meaning as he was, and I said, dude, there's only one answer to that. Estrogen reduces muscle mass. Like, yeah!